video got me a copyright strike because all the music.
No way to separate the sound because it's recorded all together in the video.
Now I'm going into week 16. Most of my gameplay in it. But the video still has my gameplay in it. There is a part in it where the internet connection messes up where you can't see any gameplay, but that was only for about 30 seconds, and then it came back on, or a minute, but then it came back on where you could see the gameplay. But no, you can't hear me in the video, and you can't hear the music. You can't hear any of the gameplay stuff too, like penalties or anything.
Just a little worn out on sound today.
But this one should have sound in it because.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the
I
center
don't see
of the
why it was
Dallas
popular
Fort
when it
Worth
had the music from
Metroplex
Madden
in
in it.
Arlington
It's
at
weird.
AT&T
And dang, they're 11-4 now because they won again versus
President
Miami.
Arbitrary, our final Monday nighter of the year between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, Patriots ended up winning. Oh. So that means next week Buffalo is going to have to win to become 12-4, and the Patriots are going to have to lose. That would be the tide for the top of the division.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Rambo. And now he'll turn and off his... They've got it!
Sometimes he does talk in his sleep.
Oh, I got to put Dak Prescott in this time.
He used to do that all the time when he was little. He got nice.
And complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1,000 receiving yards this
There he
season.
needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
He's got a 1,000 receiving yard season.
You have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Alfred Morris, the pride of Florida Atlantic University. When he came out, he was a 6th-round draft choice, and some people thought that was too high.
And now with the Cowboys, works well with Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, I think it works very well. Him, Ezekiel Elliott, Darren McFadden could be a 3-headed monster for Dallas. Remember, Alfred Morris made his bones in Washington. Really vaulted on the scene as a rookie.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford finding time. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. This is Morris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Prescott.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Flushed out right. So we played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 1st down, Prescott. And Escobar has it left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there.
Okay,
you know,
good.
kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That was my backup. Was freaking Elliot's injured his shoulder area.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He can run for it, and he will. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the 1st down.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now Prescott looking for someone to throw to. Dancing to his left. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This is play number 11 here on this drive. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
We've had 0 fumbles this season. I'm hoping not to have any fumbles this season.
It's Prescott.
Even in the playoffs.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right?
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Backing up, and the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Malik Collins, the rookie from Nebraska, in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
That's about a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. 7 yards remain now on 3rd down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't take his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down.
I know there's no magnet in the
turned that
ball,
thing around.
but
I
sometimes
broke that guy's ankles and got around there.
Such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it.
That was close.
Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
There's Morris. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Going back is Morris. He's going to get the football.
And there's the gain of 3.
Closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They
got the first
and found some
got
good space for the guy
there.
carrying the ball.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Flush to his right. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there on 20 yards.
That's right. I turned that
man coverage is easier for a
play
quarterback
into
to run
something.
against. You get your
I'm gonna watch that replay. Let's see you guys. Okay. I turned it in.
receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying
Looked like it was
with
going
them,
to be a
and oftentimes
sack.
they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room.
I
And you
turned
don't even know
that
that he's
sack
taking off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
They run with a fullback Smith. Looking for a
No, that was a
cutback
loss.
lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of
Actually, no, it
scrimmage.
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
I'm trying to get my comp to 100% without an incomplete. If I get an incomplete pass, it's not 100%. That's why I'm mainly running it. Because I'm already at 100%.
Here at the 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard line after a 5-yard game
Here in
quarterback
week
run.
16. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the
Yeah, the
Cowboys
curls
with the
route.
football. They'll be looking out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Escapes
Ooh.
the sack. Escaping the pressure. Right.
Oh gosh, I didn't turn that into
Escaping
anything.
this
That was
time as
horrible.
he'll go down. They got him for a
But
sack.
at least I didn't throw the ball. It would have been incomplete if I would have tried to throw
different
that.
responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it.
And there's a field
And
goal
Bailey
getting us to
able knock
17
it
left in
through.
league.
And the
2:37
lead
left in
will
the
grow.
fourth.
It's now 17-0. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. So here come the Lions now. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're
It's not
not
quite field goal
in,
range yet.
that's where they throw the football.
That's an 8-yard gain there. That's that guy's first reception of the game. Second and 2.
So this
Second and
brings
2.
up
Gotta
a
keep him out.
2nd and 2.
Oh, that's
Time for a
a
break.
2-minute warning. That'll stop the
We're
clock.
back to
With 2
finish
minutes
this
left,
one off
fourth quarter.
after this.
They most
So
likely
the
won't kick
Lions
field
in
goal.
possession of the
Fourth
football
down,
as
they'll
we
most likely
welcome
go
you
for it.
back.
That might
And
keep
let's
them
see what
from
they've
scoring.
come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on second down is Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And
Sean stopped him at the 30-yard line with 1:50 left. It's about 1 minute and 50 seconds left.
And quickly they get to the line.
This will not be a spike, though. This is not a spike.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And gets Riddick underneath.
They'll stop him for the first down.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the
40 seconds.
24.
They're not using their timeouts yet. That's still not a strike. Okay.
Throwing again is Stafford.
There's a sack taking him back to the 31. That's a 7-yard loss. He's not worth 5 sacks this game.
Malik Collins in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play.
That'll be a 3rd and 11.
Young man, the first sack of his NFL career. Here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones.
They get the first down at the 9. Come on, how could you let him do that?
9.
Guys, D.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Back to throw. And he'll get
No!
into the end zone.
Oh, wow. Even if they were going to score, I was hoping it was a field goal.
His 5th touchdown
That's
now
only
on the
his
year.
fifth. Wow.
And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this
Oh,
one's
crap.
over,
I
let's
got
be
the kick on
honest.
I
I agree with you totally
but I
on
clicked
that
it too
one.
quick. Give me the
And
ball.
this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
30 seconds
Well, as
possession.
we knew,
And that would
even
leave
before
only
they put the
28 seconds left.
to the weather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim.
That's about a 3-yard gain.
And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think
They
we're
called
down
the
to
first
9.
thing out to stop the clock at 55 seconds.
They run again with Morris. And
That'll be a
doing.
1-yard ball. They called the second timeout with 51
And
seconds
we're going to get another
left.
timeout called by the Lions. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Now it's Morris.
That'll be a
And
no
play
gain
stopped
at
here.
all.
Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
No, that's not
Now
possible.
hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking
Okay,
pretty
guys,
good on
you
the
see why I'm doing
scoreboard,
the Hail
they're gonna
Mary?
keep the
I'm not
offense
going to pass
out
this because I
there
don't want to
and
risk
go for it here on 4th.
getting an incomplete pass.
4th down, Prescott. Oh, he stays up. He's got time in the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up
Good
the
look for
first down here
26,
before he
baby.
goes
Let's
down
go.
at the 26.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
I've done what I needed to do.
They run with Morris. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave
All
them with
I need
just
to do
one
is
remaining
kneel it.
in this
Then I'm going to call the
fourth quarter
timeout. Then I'm going to call the timeout with about maybe 2 seconds left. 1 second. I'm going to kick
They'll go
field
ahead
goal
and take
to
the
run up
knee
the
here,
game,
and
to
the
run up the score.
unbeaten season will continue. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first. This one from 40 yards out. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then...
13-point win with a 100% comp. There it is, a Week 16 win to become 15-0. Just 1 game from an undefeated season. 16 and who will be your next opponents? We will have upgrade available. Upgrade available. Good, good. Can upgrade my coach now. Already got expert scouting, master trade, and negotiator. I'm gonna do wide receiver free agency influence. Oh crap, no I can't. Wait, what's available to me then? I thought I didn't have enough. O-line. We do need better offensive line, so because I get sacked a lot sometimes. So I'll go ahead and take that. Okay, that was good. It's always good to get an upgrade. Okay, Now we can upgrade some players. I'm gonna upgrade his awareness. Block shitting. Tackle. Power moves.
I can't say that now, 'cause especially Danny. Danny's a lot like me. Like, you know, me and my ex have been broke up for several years. And him and hers were split up for a little bit. And he was working and he was staying at his mom's and he was having to give her money. You know, they were smoking up his cigarettes and he was trying to buy some for them too so they wouldn't smoke his.
Yeah, I got to go versus the Eagles.
He asked me if I'd take him to Save A Lot to get some food, and he didn't have a lot of money, and he got some things, but he didn't get a whole lot. And I was looking, and he's like, "What is that for?" I was like, "Oh, that's my stuff." And I ended up getting him some stuff so he could have enough to eat on for a week. It wasn't nothing fancy, but it was something to do with. And you know, he cried about that. Because he said, "I don't want it ever." He's trying to go beer money off me before I tell him no every time. I'm not giving him money to drink on. I'm not giving him money to drink on. But I did it that one time because he was actually at that point, it seemed like he was trying to do for himself, to try to do something better. Of course, when Carrie realized that he wouldn't give her money and stuff, a lot, whenever
One last game.
Just the way she was. I wouldn't promise when we broke up that you used to give me money this week for something.
Okay, bye guys. That is the end of this video, and peace.